Hi boys and girls, welcome to another math class. Today we are going to learn about percentage. So what is percentage? The word percentage comes from the Latin word percentum, which means out of 100. So a percentage is nothing but a fraction having denominator 100. And the symbol we use to represent percentage is this. Now let's observe and learn the following things. Have a look at it. 2 by 3 means 2 out of 3. You can see the 2 parts are shaded in blue. That means out of 3 parts, 2 are shaded in blue. The next one is 4 by 5 means 4 out of 5. You can see that out of 5 parts of the circle, 4 are shaded green. Look at the next one, 7 by 10. Can you see the 7 parts that are shaded in purple? That's right. So out of the total 10 parts, there are 7 that are shaded in purple. That is why we call it as 7 out of 10. What about the next one? If you count it, there are 35 parts that are in pink. So that's why we say 35 by 100 is nothing but 35 out of 100. And 70 by 100 is 70 out of 100. And 92 by 100 means 92 out of 100. This is how we read percent. 35 by 100 is nothing but 35%. 70 by 100 is 70%. 92 by 100 is 92%. Now let's go ahead and understand percentage a little more and also solve a few questions and see how you can actually change fractions to percent, percent to fractions, fractions to decimals and so on. Let's get started. Alright, now tell me, how do you write this fraction as a percentage? How do you write this? That's right, 73%. What about this one? What is the percent? 99%. Excellent. And let's take another example. 17 by 100. How do you write this fraction as a percent? 17%. Very good. Now, tell me, how do you write this percent as a fraction? How do you write this as a fraction? That's right, remember the denominator is 100, so it is 29 by 100. Alright, and what about this one, 45%? How do you write this as a fraction? 45 by 100. Very good. Alright, and it's better to always remember to reduce it into its simplest form. So what is the simplest form? You can see that you can divide both by 5. 5 is the HCF, so 5 9s are and 5 20s are, 9 by 20. Very good. So this is how you can write a fraction as a percent, and you can also write a percent as a fraction. Alright. Now let's see how we can change a fraction to a percentage. Alright. There are two methods. Let's look at the first method. We are looking at how you can actually change a fraction to a percentage. So let's take this fraction 2 by 5. How do you express this fraction as a percentage? So in method 1, what you have to do is to just change the fraction to its equivalent with denominator as 100. By changing the fraction to its equivalent with denominator as 100. So how do we do that? 2 by 5, you're taking the equivalent fraction with denominator 100. Alright. So what will the numerator be? Remember, how can this fraction be changed to 100? You have to do 5 into 20, because since 5 into 20 is 100, you multiply the numerator also by 20. What you have to multiply both the denominator and numerator by 20 so that the value of the fraction will not change. So we can multiply the numerator also by 20. So what does it become? It becomes 40 by 100. Now you can write this as 40%. This is how you can change a fraction to a percentage in method 1. Let's take another example. 17 by 25. How do you express this fraction as a percentage? Alright, go ahead and do it. That's right. 17 by 25 should be written with denominator 100. Sorry, with denominator 100. So what should be multiplied to 25 to get 100? 25 into 4, that's right. So you multiply the numerator also by 4. 17 into 4 will become 68. So this is 68 by 100. So if you want to write 17 by 25 as a fraction, it is 68%. If you want to write 17 by 25 as a percentage, it is 68%. Alright, now we look at another method. Okay, this is method 2. Again, we are looking at how to express a fraction as a percentage. Here what we do is, we just multiply the given fraction by 100 and write the percentage sign. I'll show you the example. Let's take 2 by 5. How do you express this as a percent? All you have to do is to multiply this fraction with 100 and whatever the answer comes, 5 20s are 20 into 2 is 40, and write the percentage, 40%. That's it. Notice how easy this is. This method 2 is the shortest, easiest and the most commonly used method. Okay, so you can use this method to calculate percentages. Let's take another fraction, 17 by 25, the same thing that we took earlier, but now we are doing this, we are calculating percent using method 2. So how do we express 17 by 25 as a percentage using method 2? Come on, what do you think we have to do? That's it, multiply this with 100 and then 25 4s are 100, 17 4s are 68, and then include percent. That's it, as simple as that. Now let's see how we can change a decimal into a percentage. Alright, here's your decimal. How do you change this into a percentage? Very easy. Sorry. All you have to do is to multiply this decimal with 100. Okay, that becomes 375%. How did I get 375? Remember, when you multiply a decimal with 100, it moves 2 places to the right, the decimal point. Okay, comes here. That is 375 and include percent at the end. Let's take another example, 0.02. As you can see, this is a decimal. How do you write this as a percentage? Let's multiply it with 100, 0.02 into 100. So moves 2 places, that becomes 2%. Okay, now how do you write a percentage as a decimal or fraction? Okay, first let's look at changing a percentage into a decimal. All right, 43%. Now how do you change this percentage into a decimal? What do you think we need to do? That's right, just divide by 100. 43 by 100. 43 by 100 is 0.43. We've seen this in decimal chapter, how to change a fraction into a decimal. All right, because we have 100 in the denominator, there should be 2 places, decimal places should be 2, that's why it is 0.43. So this is how you can change a percentage into a decimal. Let's quickly take another example, 140%. Come on, how do you think we can change this into a decimal? Go ahead and divide by 100. 140 divided by 100, this will be 1.40, again 2 decimal places. So 140% can be written as 1.40. That's it. Now tell me, how can you change a percentage into a fraction? All right, 25% is given. How do you change this into a fraction? That's it, again just divide by 100. 25 by 100, and the simplest form will be 1 by 4, because 5 is your HCF. Divide both numerator and denominator by 5, you get it as 1 by 4. So you see, this is how you can express a percentage as a fraction. 78%. How do you express this as a fraction? That's right, 78 by 100. That will give you 39 by 50, because 2 is your HCF. Divide by 2. This is how you can change a percent into a fraction. Alright, now let's look at how to find the value of the percentage of a given quantity. We can do this by looking at some of the word problems. Okay, here's your first question. In a class of 30 students, 10% were absent. Find the number of students present in the class. Alright, okay, so first, what is the percentage of students absent? Students absent. What did they say? 10%. That's right. That is what is given. All right. So once they give you the percentage of students absent, it's easy to calculate the number of students. Let's calculate the number of students. Therefore, number of students absent will be, what do you think it is? They said it is 10% of the total number of students in the class. How many are there in the class? 30 students. Perfect. All right. So this is 10% is nothing but 10 by 100 of 30. That is 10 by 100 into 30. All right. How do you do this? You can remove the zeros. 10, 10. This is 3 into 1 is the numerator. Denominator is 1. So it is 3 students. All right. So the number of students who are absent in the class are 3. Okay. But what is the question? They're asking you to find out the number of students present in the class. How do we do that? Therefore, number of students present will be what? Can you guess? That's right. Total number of students in the class. How many are there? From the total number of students, you just have to remove the students who are absent. That is 3. That's right. Total number of students. Remove the students who are absent. You will get the number of students who are present. So 30 minus 3 is 27. So 27 students were present in the class. That's your answer. Here's another question. 30% of class 5 students are girls. If the strength of the class is 50, find the number of girls and boys in the class. All right. So what's given? They said you can find number of girls. They didn't give you the number of girls, but they've given you the percentage. So when they give you the percent and when they give you the total number, you can easily find the number of girls. So number of girls will be how many how do you do this? They said 30% of the total number of students, that is 30% of 50. This is already given in your problem, okay? So this is 30 by 100 into 50. That will give you 15. So 15 girls. There are 15 girls in that class, all right? Now, that's your first answer, but they're also asking you to find out the number of boys in the class. How do you find the number of boys? Easy, right? Number of boys will be total number of students in the class. That's 50. From the total number, you just have to remove the girls. 15. Remove minus 15. 50 minus 15 is 35. That's it. So, number of girls are 15 and number of boys are 35. For number of boys, we took the total number of students and we removed, that is subtracted, the total number of girls. That's how you get the total number of boys. Here's another question. Mr. Josh earns 50,000 rupees. He spends 20% of it on transport, 15% of it on food and 25% on rent. How much does he spend on each? Again, as you can see, they have not given you how much he spends on everything, but they've given you the percentage. But they're asking you how much does he spend on each. So let's do that. So first, on transport, okay, how much does he spend on transport? Mr. Josh spends 20% of what? Of the total money he earns, that is 50,000 rupees. Okay, that's the money he earns. 20% of that is what he spends on transport. So how do you calculate that? 20 by 100 into 50,000. 2 zeros, 500 into 20 will be 10,000 rupees. This is the amount of money he spends on transport. All right. He also spends on food. Correct? How much does he spend on food? What is given? 15%. That's right. So 15% of the money he earns. That's 50,000 rupees. So how do we calculate this? 15 by 100 into 50,000. That's right. 2 zeros, 500 into 15 will give you 7,500 rupees. So this is the money he spends on food. Does he spend on anything else? That's right. On rent. That is also given. On rent. How much does he spend on rent? 25%. That's what they said. 25% of the total money he earns. That is 50,000. 25% of 50,000 will be 25 by 100 into 50,000, and that will give you 25 into 500 will give you 12,500 rupees. Alright, so they've asked you to find out how much he spends on each of these things. So we found out that he spends 12,500 on rent. Okay, on food he spends 7,500, and on transport he spends 10,000 rupees. Alright, let's continue to look at how we can find percentages. Okay, here's an example. 45 paise out of 3 rupees. Okay, how do you find the percentage? How much percentage is 45 paise in 3 rupees? Alright, how do we do this? Remember, both the quantities must be in the same units. Only then you can calculate percentage or ratio also. Now we're talking about percentage, so both must be in same units. So how do we do that? 45 paise out of 3 rupees can be changed into paise. How do we do that? 300 paise. How did I get that? Because since 1 rupee is 100 paise, 3 rupees will be 3 into 100, that is 300 paise. Okay, now both of them have the same units. Now we can calculate how much is the percentage. 45 by 300 into 100. Alright, that will give you 45 into 1 is 45 into 1 by 3. 3 15s are 15 into 1 is 15%. Alright, this is how you can calculate. So 45 paise is 15% of 3 rupees. Okay, here's another example. 200 grams. How much is 200 grams? What percent is 200 grams out of 2 kgs? Alright, come on, give it a shot. You try it in your book. 200 grams out of, what am I going to do first? Yeah, convert it into the same units. Here we have grams, so this also needs to be changed to grams. That will be 2000 grams, right? Since 1 gram is, since 1 kg is, how much is 1 kg? 1000 grams. That's right. Since 1 kg is 1000 grams, 2 kgs will be 2000 grams. Now, both of them are in grams. You can calculate the percentage. So that's 200 divided by 2000 into 100. Alright. So remove this. 20 5s are, that will give you 5 2s is 10%. So 200 grams is 10% of 2 kgs. Alright. Out of 40 students in a class, 12 are boys. What is the percentage of girls in class? How do we do this? So they have said, how many boys are there? 12. That's right. Now can you calculate girls? How many girls are there? Girls will be total number of students. Have they given you total number of students in the class? Yes, 40. And remove the number of boys, minus 12. That will give you 28. So we have 28 girls in the class and we have 12 boys in the class. But what are they asking you? They're asking you to find the percentage of girls in the class. You got 28 girls in the class, but they're asking you to find the percentage of girls. So how do we do that? Girls percentage will be total number of girls, that is 28, by the total number of students in the class, that is 40, into 100, that is 70%. So the answer is 70% of the class are girls. Here's the last question. Ajay scored 49 out of 70. What was his percentage? Okay, in an exam, someone called Ajay scored 49 out of 70. What is his percentage? How do you do this? So, how much did Ajay score? Ajay's marks. Tell me. 49 out of 70, that means 49 by 70. This is the total. Out of 70, he scored 49. Now, what's the percentage? Easy, right? 49 by 70 into 100. That's it. 0, 0, 7 sevens are 7 into 10 is 70%. So Ajay's marks, Ajay scored 70%. Alright. that brings the chapter to an end. I hope you have understood what percentage is and you're ready to practice. To help you with that, we have given a lot of questions at the end of the chapter. So please take time to answer as many questions as possible. All the concepts with regards to percentage are covered in that exercise. So do as many questions as possible and come back to the video if you have doubts. Okay, have a great time of practice and happy learning. See you soon.